What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 39 of Buckets of Duckets. I am your host, Chase Myers, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Down there in Louisiana is my co-host, the one, Josh Watts.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 39. That is 5 more than 34, and 34 was a solid gold episode. You should check the archives and look it out. Check it out and download it and listen to it. Chase is in Oklahoma, so we're going to ask all the Ducket heads out there in America to pray to whatever you believe in for his safe return and for the safety of his spirit and his soul. Amen. I don't want him to be corrupted. If he comes back with a cowboy hat on, he has asked me to shoot him because I'll know that it's not really Chase anymore.
It's true. Knife right to my head, dude. You got to treat me like a zombie. Like, you got to take me out, okay? That's the only way. Once you put a cowboy hat on, it's through the heart or the head. Any other shot, I'm still coming full speed at you. So please, I'm so worried about losing my soul out here in Oklahoma. Please.
I've been sharpening a screwdriver in my driveway for like 6 weeks, dude. I'm ready.
That's why you're my best friend.
I was prepping for this long before. I was like, what if Chase goes to Oklahoma and becomes a zombie? I'm going to have to put a screwdriver in his brain. I need to work on that.
Thanks, man. That is why we are best friends. Guys, if this is your first time watching, or even if it's not, make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube, whatever podcast platform you're listening to. Subscribe, rate, review. Ooh, I said it's smooth this week. Fuck you. I said it's smooth.
And tell all your dumbass friends to download this and listen to it.
Yeah, let's get real now, you pieces of shit. How about you tell somebody about what's going on over here?
Make us famous, you dumb fucks.
Oh, man. So I am in Tulsa. I took this week in February. Like, I had the option of a couple months of when I could tell them I was available, and I was like, I'm going to go in February because that's usually whenever it snows in Seattle.
Everybody knows Oklahoma in February. Mwah!
Right, it's gotta
Beautiful.
be. It's gotta at least be hot. I just realized I just don't know where I am. I just always thought Oklahoma was hot. Like, I thought it was the South, but like apparently the people
Louisiana,
here,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, but apparently
Louisiana, Arkansas, and then it's Oklahoma.
Yeah, but Oklahoma has like a whole like crisis, like identity crisis, because some of them think they're the South, some of them think they're the Midwest, like they don't know either. And so I was thinking like, oh, well, it's going to be like Louisiana weather when I go down there. Dude, it is 10 degrees here. Have you ever heard of such a dumb thing? It's 10 degrees. It's 25 degrees in Seattle. it's warmer there.
It's going to be 16 degrees here tonight.
That's insane, bro.
It's dumb, and I hate it. I don't like any of that.
Dude, see, that's what socialism does, bro. It just it drops the temperature all throughout the country. That's what happened to us. Yeah, so I was supposed to have I flew in here on Tuesday night. We're recording this on Saturday, right before I go knock out 2 more shows. Just a professional can do everything.
Jokes right in your buttholes.
Dude, right in your butt. I know you don't want them there. That's where I'm putting them, though. That's where my jokes go. All right? Other people like to put their jokes in your ears. I think you feel it better if it goes through your butthole. It just reverberates through your whole soul.
This is your liver and your kidneys, and it goes straight into your bloodstream.
Come on, people.
And gets right to your funny bone.
My jokes are sensitive. Hey, I'll take a moment. To acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first show, we were supposed to do a show on Wednesday, so I flew in Tuesday. I got here at 9:30 p.m. Tuesday. The club owner told me, she's like, hey, just take a Uber from the airport. I'll reimburse you. And I was like, that's fine. And I got here. It was the coldest I've ever felt in my life in Oklahoma. I'm not talking about Alaska. I'm talking about Oklahoma.
Unacceptable.
Walked outside to like 5 degrees and ice everywhere. And this place, I guess, is a lot like Louisiana, where if there's ice anywhere, the whole city shuts down. Yeah. So I was stuck at the airport for like an hour just calling Ubers, and Uber being like, bro, we're looking. I don't know. Like, everybody.
Man.
We talked to all of them, and they all said, fuck you. Like, I don't know.
Every one of them. Individually. It was like, tell Chase Myers to eat shit.
He can stay his ass at that airport for all I care.
I'm going to tell you something funny, a side note before we forget about it. I've never rode in an Uber. Not one time ever. And I think it would be weird to just get in somebody's car. And I always think that. And I know nobody else does, but it's every time, like, just getting in some fucking weirdo's car.
Oh, dude, I get
Not
in.
for me.
I own the place, dude. I get in. I tell
Put
the
your
dude
feet
not
up.
to talk to me. I sprawl my feet out in the back. I like ask him to put the radio station on songs I like that he doesn't. I know he doesn't like it. Like I put that on. This is my car for the next 25 minutes. If I'm paying $50 to go 3 miles, we're doing what I
Yep.
want. Okay, that's the way.
Yep.
At first, I used to be real like, oh, excuse me, whatever. No, I'm knocking my muddy boots off right in his front seat. I don't give a shit.
Didn't you? You used to drive for Uber, right?
Yeah, I was the first Uber
We
driver.
both were going to, and then didn't. And you were the
Yeah.
very first. You were number one in Louisiana.
I was
first one ever.
the very first one ever. So there is some like I say that sarcastically, but there is some like realness to that. Uber,
Yeah, there
when,
is.
when Uber when Uber came to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, like 5 or 6 years ago or whatever. I was like part of somebody we know that's like a fan of our comedy or something.
Yep. Staten.
Yeah, he reached out to me and was just like, "Hey, man, if you're looking for like a gig to help you, while you're trying to do stand up or whatever, like you can set your own hours." He gave me the whole Uber pitch, right? He gave me the whole, you can set your own hours. It's flexible schedule. I have a whole joke about how much I hate flexible schedule. It's a lie. They're not flexible around you. That's all that joke I'm giving you. You're not getting that for free. You got to come to a show to get the rest of that.
Ooh, behind the paywall, bitches.
That's right. You got to fly to Tulsa, Oklahoma if you want to hear that joke. You got 2 days. So
we were both going to sign up and do the Uber thing, but I remember at the time, I knew my car smelled too bad to do Uber, and I wasn't interested in trying to clean it.
The first day that I actually did it. First off, me and you were both horrible. I don't know why we thought we could ever do it because we can't go anywhere without GPS. I have no sense of direction whatsoever. Now I'm going to escort these people through the city. Like,
I just told Michelle about the story. We went and did a show in Mobile, Alabama, and we had both of our phones out, GPS in the place, couldn't find it, pulled over in a parking lot to research it better, called them, and we were in the parking lot of the bar that we were supposed to be at.
Just don't trust ourselves at all. We just turned around.
I GPS my way home from stuff in my own city.
Absolutely. So day one of doing it, the next day I get a text from whoever the Uber god is. And Uber Jesus told me that my car smelled like smoke, and then I had to do something about it.
So the fuck what?
So the fuck is my car? You don't want my car? Don't pick my car. How about that? But yeah, I didn't know anything about it. But the thing that got me to do it was because it was brand new in Baton Rouge, and people. It was like also very new to ride sharing, just in general. Like Lyft hadn't got there yet. It was the only thing in town. So they were actually giving us an hourly rate. They were giving us $15 an hour, which in Louisiana makes you like the richest person walking the planet if you
like, buy the fanciest of cowboy boots.
Exactly. And so, by the way, cowboy boots are okay. You don't turn into a zombie.
Yeah, no,
okay? It's the hat. Once you go to the hat, it's something about the hat that makes you a zombie. Yeah. But yeah, it was like $15 an hour. So I was like, perfect. I'll just sit at my house. I'll turn on the Uber thing. If anybody is near O'Neill Lane, which they never will be, I'll go get them. They probably won't, so I'll just sit here and get $15 an hour. And I would do that for like 3 or 4 hours every day. Yep. And every day they would kick me off and go, "You have to move around. You can't just stay in one spot. There's clearly not enough traffic where you are. Go where the traffic is." And then I would go, "You don't fucking know." And then I would hang up, and then the next day I do it again.
I don't fucking know nothing. You ain't the boss of me. Call my house, tell me where to go.
I make my own schedule. Remember that part? I get to do what I want. What I want to do is watch TV. Okay, so yeah, I was bad at it, man. I didn't like it at all.
I ate so many pizza rolls and drank so many sodas in that apartment with you. That was that O'Neill apartment.
Yeah,
never had pizza rolls. Just tasted better out of that oven for whatever reason.
Man. It's it's just a good place. It's the only things I just survived. I mean, most of my life I've survived off of frozen food. To be honest with you, I've still never learned to. You would think in this past year where I couldn't actually live a life or go do anything that I would have filled that time in with learning a new hobby. And no, I'm actually worse now. Somehow I've regressed even more.
I've become allergic to gluten since the quarantine.
Yeah.
I probably have always been, but now I know it. To the point where, like, if I eat a piece of bread, I shit for the next day. All of it.
Is that true?
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
I found that out like very recently. I've had a lot of like stomach pains and stuff, and this is way. I'm sure the listeners love this, but
I mean, wrap it up quickly.
My stomach issues that make me blow shit out of my asshole constantly.
Right.
I thought my stomach pains and stuff were because of the years of pain medicine that I took, like excessively. I thought just kind of fucked my stomach, but it turns out it's probably gluten because, to where if I eat one piece of bread, I feel horrible the next day now. So I've been trying.
Sounds like you can get back on pain meds, bro. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
It was never the pain meds. Jesus Christ. It was always bread. It was bread the whole time.
My life is about to get so much happier.
Oh, dude. This is great. This is fantastic. Yeah, so I did Uber for a little while. I was horrible at it. I'm a nervous driver anyway. I'm a good driver, but I'm nervous. And like I said, I can't direct you anywhere. I have no idea where anything is. No. So I did it for a little bit, and then eventually I quit. So I'm stuck at the airport.
8 degrees in Oklahoma.
Yeah, so I'm stuck at the airport.
Oklahoma airport. Can you, like, just by saying that, I know what it smells like, and I don't like it.
And what was tough was I was the only one there, and so everybody was thinking that it was me, like all the workers. I was like, no, that's definitely you. All right, I didn't bring the smell with me. That is a
you just don't even notice it because you're born in it and bred in
it. Club owner has to finally has to come get me because nobody will come get me in Uber, so she has to like risk her life in the ice to come bring my dumb ass to the condo. She brought me some chili because nothing was open. There was nothing to eat. So she like brought me a little chili, which I appreciate that, Allie. That was sweet. So yeah, now I'm stuck at the condo Tuesday. Next day, Wednesday, is supposed to be a show. It snows, ice, everything shuts down. They cancel the show, which I've been giving them shit all week because I'm like, I can't believe you motherfuckers aren't scared of coronavirus, but you are scared of ice. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are you talking about here? Yeah, too dangerous to go outside, huh? Suddenly that's when it's too dangerous to go outside. So I'm stuck Wednesday in this condo with no food, no delivery drive. Nobody would deliver. I would put in orders and then they would call me 10 minutes later and go, yeah, fuck that, bro. We're not doing that.
Do they have good internet? Do they have a TV? Do they have it?
Yeah, there's stuff here. It's a house. I mean, they have me in a house. The internet's a little slow, so I get all first world annoyed. I'm like, it's fucking buffering in the middle of my shit, but overall, like, we're doing this over Zoom, and it seems to be holding up well, which I probably just fucked it by mentioning that.
Fucked us.
It's
you just fucked us.
Yeah, so I was just stuck here all Wednesday. The other comic flew in. He flew in at like noon on Wednesday, so he was actually able to get an Uber here. But we couldn't get any food. It took until like 8 p.m. I remembered that Papa John's was the thing. And I was like, oh, maybe they're dumbasses. Well, they're still recovering from Papa John saying the N-word a couple years ago. I'm sure they're desperate to deliver some pizza. And so I hit them up.
That's one of the greasiest looking human beings I've ever seen.
Bro, that man said he ate 40 pizzas in 40 days and was proud. Was proud of it. Just pepperoni sweats going off.
That's a suicide note. That is a suicide note, not a commercial. What are you doing?
It's like they stole my company from me. I'm like, dude.
Right after he says that, he kicks the bench out from under his feet and he just starts dangling.
Papa John's delivers me a pizza. I order at like 10 o'clock. They deliver it to me at like 12:30, like after midnight. It was the only place that bring it to me. We tried Domino's Pizza. Papa John's was the only one brave enough to come get an $8 tip from me. And
Papa John's doesn't give a shit. They coming.
They were here. So yeah, I survived on pizza for a day. I know it's a harrowing tale of how
God, pizza and slow internet. Jesus Christ,
dude. You just don't know what you can go through until you actually do it. But it turns out your body's a lot stronger than you realize. And so I just fought through it.
Your body's as strong as your spirit. Honestly.
Honestly. You would think with just one large pepperoni pizza and slow internet that you would die, but you can make it through.
You can persevere. You got to look inside your heart and know how bad you want it. And you have to believe in something higher than yourself, but you can do it.
You can do it. That's motivational talk from Buckets and Duckets, people.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. It's a free
You
podcast.
idiots, take that into your dumb lives and do whatever you need to do with it.
Survive, okay? We're trying to take you from surviving to thriving, all right? That's what we're doing over here at Buckets and Duckets.
Surviving to thriving. I like
woo.
that.
We're gonna stop the podcast right quick so we can write that down.
Yeah, we're gonna write that
down. So that happened Thursday. Let's see. So that was Thursday last night, which was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Hey, thanks, brother. You did a sweet. We tried to record this yesterday, but we're just procrastinators and put it off too long. But I did get a sweet moment where your kids sang me happy birthday, which
they were so excited.
Well, so
they were very excited. We even put a Drew Brees shirt on that little goblin Henry. We were able to pin him down and put a Drew Brees shirt on. Bro, that kid does the flare strut now.
Yeah,
we've been watching so much old wrestling, and he mimics stuff so much. The other day, I set the wrestling mat down. We were watching Clash of the Champions 11, and Ric Flair comes out, and I swear to God, dude, it looks like he's trying to sneak, but he's doing like this, and then he stopped, and he went, "Oh!" Which is close. It's close, but he's two. Give him a fucking break.
It's coming.
It was so beautiful to see. It's beautiful. I'm trying to get a video of it so I can send it to you, but I can't keep that inside anymore. The pride I have over that is just unreal.
That's amazing. That's a good boy. That's a good boy right there.
He gets it. He fucking gets it.
Yes. So yeah, I just run through the rest of the week real quick. So yeah, Thursday, I performed for 11 lovely people. 11 people braved the ice and came out. They shortened the show, which was nice. They didn't make us do like a full. They did host doing 10 minutes. I had to do 20, and then the headliner did 30. So it was like an hour show. Last night though, for my birthday, specifically because it was my birthday, I mean, we got 30 people at least up in there, old 30. And yeah, it was cool. So the host this week is a guy named C.R. Parsons, and I've actually worked with him before.
Big beard,
yeah,
right?
big old beard. Yeah,
I know that. Yeah, I know. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I think I've met him once or twice.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like him. I worked with him a couple years ago when I did. So the Looney Bin has 4 clubs. They have another one in Little Rock, and so I did that, and he hosted that week. Well, he actually lives in Tulsa, and so he hosted, and he's it's weird. I'm actually sandwiched in. So the headliner is this guy named Russ Nagel, and he bills himself as America's funniest biker, and I don't know another one, so I'm gonna give him the title. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the title. I've watched 2 sets of his. It's pretty fucking funny. I guess you're the funniest, bro. That's what it is.
How you gonna argue with that?
I can't. That man has like 7 rings on each hand. Like he's like he puts on 5 rings, and then he's like only 12 more to go. Like that's
halfway there.
Halfway there, baby. So CR also was like a motorcycle guy or whatever, and he's got the long beard thing, and then
it's just you
and Russ, and then I'm in the middle of the Sons of Anarchy is what it looks like. Bro,
I wish I was there to help you out. I could at least look the part for you.
Yeah, man. But no, it was cool.
I think CR is Parsons. I think he did a show in Lafayette. I'm pretty sure I think he's done a show for Jason. I remember.
I think so.
90% sure I met him.
Yeah, he does this thing. I turned him down today, but he likes to do this thing. He smokes a cigar before every show. He's like, there's 2 cigar bars here in Tulsa. Last time I was here, he took me to one, and so yesterday for my birthday, he took me and we smoked. I was just a cool guy smoking a cigar at a shop
with no weed in it.
Just a regular cigar, just for the experience, just for the lightheadedness, man. Just to
throw up, just to get
a little dizzy, man. It's just
just to pretend I'm not nauseous in front of other comedians.
Yeah. Oh, I held out well too. I look strong. Had a strong showing. Yeah, but it was cool, and so I drank a little bit before the shows, which I don't like to do because I have the thing where I can't stop. If I start drinking, I'm drinking for the rest of the night. So if I start drinking at 5:00 at a cigar bar and I have a show at 8:00, well, I'm drinking until 8:00, and I'm gonna have a drink on stage. Like that's how it is. So I used my birthday as the excuse, but I was pretty fucking lit last night. Like I got up on stage and did that. I did that like kind of open micer thing where when you haven't been on stage in a while and you talk 100 miles an hour and are just like talking over all the laughs and stuff. Like, it was fine. It was fun. I think they started laughing just because I was having such a good time.
Right.
But I was talking a million miles an hour, dude. I was like,
oh, I know how that goes. I've done that. That's been my biggest problem on stage is just running my mouth too much, too long, fast.
So
whatever.
Tonight I'm gonna make up for it, and I'm gonna talk as slow as possible. And
they're gonna think you had some kind of head trauma in between the two shows.
Like, I can't get a read on this dude, bro. He's done 3 shows in 3 nights, and it's been a different thing every time. Like, who is he?
Schizophrenic?
I think so. What chase are we getting tonight?
I stopped at a grocery store last night. So big breaking news in my house. I actually got shrimp, and they were fucking delicious last night.
About time, dude. You deserve it.
Oh, man.
You deserve it.
Thank you. I went to Chimes, and I ordered the right thing this time. It was called a boatload. And they gave me like 10 shrimp and 2 big ass catfish and 4 hush puppies. And I ate it all. And I stopped at a grocery store to get some beer because I wanted a beer. And my favorite beer is Moosehead. It's a Canadian lager, and it's hard to find down here. But there's a grocery store called Aquista Paces, which is like a little neighborhood grocery store on the North Shore. And I'm in there, right? I'm in there. And then, side note, there's Aquista Paces, the grocery store, and right when you go over the causeway from Mandeville to New Orleans, there's an Aquista Paces cheese and wine shop. It's like a grocery store that is exclusively cheese and wine. And it's fucking ridiculous. But so we stopped at this Aquista Paces because they have like a big liquor section, alcohol section. And I go in and I fucking find my Moosehead. I'm very excited. I come over, I'm standing in line, and in this little small town grocery store on the North Shore, fucking somebody recognized me and started talking. No, I got another comedian who walked over, a guy named Matt. He walked over and he said, "Hey man, you fucking, hey," or whatever. I don't think he said, "You fuck." Hey, you fuck.
Hey, you piece of shit. Look at you.
But he came over and he said, "Hey," and I hate whenever people think I don't remember them because I can't say their name right away, but also you're wearing a mask. And I was like, "Hey,
that's tough.
Matt," and it looked like I was asking, but I wasn't. I knew who it was, and I was happy to see him. He's a good dude. We've done Matt Giraldi. I don't know. He's he told me to tell you hey and happy birthday.
Oh, cool.
But he came up and talked. He listens to the show. Came up and talked to me in the grocery store while I'm in line. And the line, like the girl, I'm checking out with my beer. My seafood is in the car. The kids are asleep in the car. Michelle's out there with them and my seafood. So it's a bad situation all around. I'm in line. The people in front of me are checking out, and I didn't see what happened, but the checkout girl just walked away. We're standing there forever, like the whole conversation. I'm like, did she fucking quit? But she had to go get an ID or something, whatever. She kept coming back and forth. And then the girl in the next aisle was like, "Hey, I could check you out." And in the middle of his conversation, I just turned and ran. I was like, "All right, I gotta go."
All right, man.
I gotta get out. A shrimp.
I'll cherish this moment forever. All right.
And I was so excited to have my beer, and I'm such an old fuck that I had one and fell asleep while I was drinking it on the couch. Just one beer. I'm falling asleep drinking it. But I can eat 16 squares of mushroom chocolate. I'll fly to other dimensions, but I don't like to get tipsy.
It makes me sleepy. Gets me all sleepy.
It makes me all tired. We went to this thing called Floats in the Oaks today.
Okay.
Which is they take all the Mardi Gras floats for New Orleans and put them in City Park, and you just drive through like a little loop and look at it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's an actual float. I thought because a lot of people are like decorating their houses like floats, and in New Orleans. So I thought that might be kind of like going to check out Christmas lights. I thought that's what y'all were doing. I didn't realize they actually made the floats.
Yeah, this is like the actual big floats, and they had people out there like they had dancers at each couple of stops, but you couldn't get out of your car. You just had to drive a little loop and look at them. And it was actually really cool. They had beads in the trees and stuff like it was actually Mardi Gras. And I've never in a million years did I think I would be upset that there wasn't parades.
Yeah. You go to parades every year.
Michelle loves Mardi Gras. I fucking hated it forever until Zoe. And now going to a parade and watching her dance and like, parades bored the shit out of me, but I'm not a 3-year-old. Like seeing it for the first and watching their minds just blow up in front of you is man. So now I'm in a position that I'm sad that there isn't actually parades to go to, because we put Zoe in a costume, or Henry in costumes every year, like a bulldog or a tiger, because they throw more shit at them if your kids are dressed up. And then you just hold your kid up like a target. You're like, look at how cute my kid is, throw shit at it. And then you get good shit.
Throw me a cup. I need another cup.
And I'm sad that we didn't get to do it. But this, the floats in the Oaks was cool. But they had like a very specific, don't let your kids out of the car or stand up out of the sunroof or whatever. And there was this little kid who couldn't have been but like 5 or 6 years old, like straight up fucking surfing on the car, like standing on the roof of the car as it's moving, and he's just like, yeah. And you can see his mom like trying to reach out, and I don't know if she was trying to grab him or push him off. I couldn't tell for sure, but I was like, that kid's gonna be dead before this is all over. But I think he made it. I even tried to knock him off. I kept stopping in front of him real hard, hoping.
Oh, look at that! Stop. Slam on the brakes. Gee, look at that,
you dumb asshole.
Yeah, I like all them dipshits that flew to Louisiana thinking that Mardi Gras was going to be a big deal, and then like in New Orleans they like shut bars down, didn't they? Yeah. I mean, I didn't really keep anybody from running out in the streets and being assholes, but like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, that but it did make me laugh. All these people. There was all that like push for like visit New Orleans stuff. Like they're still doing the visit New Orleans thing. Everybody books flights and hotels and stuff to come to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. And they're like, stay your ass inside. We got your money already, bitch. Get out of here.
There's a new reality show, or I guess new on maybe HGTV, and it's called, I think it's called Buying New Orleans, or Buying the Big Easy, or I don't know, something. And it's I'm at the age now where I like to watch house shows to see other people's houses and how much nicer they are than mine.
If I worked a little harder, look how my life could have been.
And this one hits especially close to home because it's like right around where we actually live. So I'm like, oh, I can go see the house that I'll never afford.
Oh, that's
like I can drive and look at it. But man, the girl that's on this show, the woman that is on this show, that is one of the realtors, within 30 seconds I wanted to fight her. I've never seen. She kept like, oh, welcome to NOLA, and like, oh man, yeah, it was. I fucking hated every second of it. And she, oh god,
I hate the Nolans thing. I that's the one that angers me the most, when people are like, y'all say Nolans, right? Like y'all like, no, somebody put that shit on a shirt years ago, and then the rest of the world thought that's what we say. Like I don't.
One time when I was in North Carolina in the military with my ex-wife, her favorite restaurant was Applebee's because she was a garbage human being. So we're at Applebee's.
That checks out.
We're
a self-respecting person goes to Chili's.
And they have up there it was Ruby Tuesdays. They had the New Orleans skillet, but it was spelled like real. And so trying to be an asshole, I thought I was going to order it and say it exactly how they wrote it. But when I said it, I just sounded like an idiot. I went, I'll have the Nolans skillet. And then the waitress goes, it's just New Orleans.
Yeah, but that's what it says. I'm not the asshole here.
Right. And it's like 18 years later right now, and I'm still like, hey, fuck her for making me feel bad about it.
No, dude. Don't you ever let that go. You
and it wasn't even good.
You treat every waitress with the disrespect you should have treated her. That's what you do.
I haven't tipped a service industry worker in 18 years because of that one woman.
There it is. That's what ruined
That's why y'all don't get chips. The tip I write on the thing is like floss every day on the menu, or God loves you with a smiley face, and then I give it back to him.
And that's so much better than money. Like, because that, you can take that advice and go
and live with it
and live with it. Have clean teeth. That is worth more than paying your bills, for sure. You're doing a good thing.
I thought so.
Oh man, so I'm going to Wichita next week, and Wichita, Kansas.
My dad used to go on business trips, and he either went to Birmingham, Alabama, or Wichita, Kansas. That was like the two places that his business meeting. That's where his mistresses lived.
Oh, okay. I got it. That's where the other families were. Yeah.
yeah. So you can go meet my half brother, probably.
Yeah, nice. I'll invite him to the show. He shows up. He's got the other part of his head shaved, instead, like the Road Warriors. That
would be awesome.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'm going there next week, and it's gonna be colder there. But they're actually used to it. I expected that place to be cold. But that one's the condo. So the condo is like 2 miles from the club or whatever. The condo in the Looney Bin in Wichita is literally in the back of the club. You sleep at the club, and the back that they converted into condos used to be like the office or whatever back there. And for whatever reason, it just like it doesn't have windows. There's no windows in that back part. So yeah, dude, it's my least favorite of all. I just go stand outside. I just will stand outside.
Not locking me in. It's not happening.
No, dude, there's nothing where you wake up and you're like, is it midnight? Is it 7 p.m.? Is it 4 p.m.? Like, you have no idea.
Coffin buried underground already?
Is there a fire? I'm dead. If there's a fire, I am dead. There's no getting out of here. It is not safe. Yeah, so I'm going to the Not Safe comedy show next week, and yeah, that'll be cool. I'm excited.
We'll pray for you for that too.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
You used to get cold when you lived down here. You were always not always cold, but like kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always wore hoodies and stuff, even Louisiana weather. Have you adjusted, or do you just wear way more clothes?
I'm adjusted better, but I'm still more cold than everybody here. Like when I go back to Louisiana, I'm not cold anymore, but I'm still not like used to 30-degree weather or whatever. Yeah. But like, yeah, it sucks too because that warehouse that I work in, it doesn't have heat. It's a big ass warehouse,
yeah.
and so it's if it's 35 degrees outside, it's 25 degrees inside. Like it's fucking freezing in there. So I'm just I'm a sweater, a hoodie over it, a jacket, gloves. Like I am the most. And like you'll see dudes in there. Like some dudes in there will try to just get by with like a little thin jacket or whatever, and I'm like, are you my leader? Like, are you the king? Is that
you're the alpha? I assume.
I assume I come to you. I apologize for looking you in the eye. I apologize for that, but sir, please lead me. What do I do?
Please lead me.
I'm lost, sir. I'm lost. But it also like it hasn't snowed. Hasn't snowed in Seattle up until this week. Like the week I left, it's snowing there, and I like snow. I just don't like whenever I have to do stuff. Like then it's scary. Then it's like scary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I like looking at it, and I like I'll go outside like a child and throw it up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Too. I mean it's cool, but yeah, it's snowing really bad in Seattle. I actually kind of wish I was there to see it, but
one of the first times I was in North Carolina and it snowed real heavy, like feet on the ground. I could jump off the roof of my apartment, it was one level. I could jump off the roof of my apartment into the snow like flat and be fine.
Whoa!
Ever being a dude from Louisiana, I did that way too much for being 20 something. I just kept doing it over, and I'm like, like raking it up, jumping off it like an asshole.
Just jumping in the leaves.
And we lived in one of those
kid.
We lived in the apartments where like it's all 2 stories, and then you get down to the very last one and it's just one, and that's where we lived, was like the one with nobody over me. So people are on their balcony like right there looking at me jump off my roof like an asshole.
Yeah, if that would have happened today, there's definitely be a video that went viral of like, look at my neighbor.
Look at this idiot. Oh man, social media is trying to pull me back in. Facebook's
Your wife made a post. Your wife made a post today about going to the parade that I could have swore you ghostwritten. Like it was.
Oh really?
Yeah, it had a lot of Josh energy. It was a lot of. It was just about going to see the parades or whatever, and she was like, and she hashtagged it with all the like, my family's the worst and whatever.
Oh, she asked me for my hashtags. She did ask me for the hashtags, but
I could say there was. Yeah, there was a little bit of you in that post. I was wondering if you had cheated. I was like, did he tell her?
Man. Did not. What is this? Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right quick.
Yeah, because
heading to Floats in the Oaks. Zojo, Mama, I'm a little bit sleepy. Please wake me up when we get to Mardi
yeah.
Gras. Make sure it's loud. I don't want to miss anything. And then she put a bunch of hearts and Zojo Mania, Huckamania. It's stupid. I hate it. My family's just the worst.
Yep.
That's a very much you type post.
She asked me for the hashtags, but Zoe did say that on the ride, and Henry started crying real loud on the car ride there, and we thought she had taken something away from him. And we were like, what is Henry crying for? What do you have that Henry wants? And she goes, oh, Henry just wants my booger. And we turned around.
Oh, is this what all the problem is? It's just this little booger?
It was so funny, man. That little kid says some of the funniest stuff. She told me the other day she was making a bowl she was mixing soap and water in a bowl and pretending it was soup, and she was going to give it. She told me, I'm going to save the soup to give it to Mama when she gets home. She's going to be so pissed off. And I was like, pissed off means mad. And she goes, oh, well, this is going to be a happy pissed off.
I like that moment of having wait, that's not how you use that curse word, baby. Yeah. That is.
And she goes, oh.
Oh, okay. I'll better use that in the future now. Thank you, Father.
She's told us that we're the worst. We made her wear a jacket today, and she told us, she asked if she had to wear a jacket. We said, yeah, baby, it's 30 degrees outside. And then Michelle went to hand her a coat, and she came to me and goes, do I have to wear a jacket? We're like 4 feet apart, and she thought she could turn us on each other. Almost worked. She's cute. She said, do I have to wear a jacket? I said, yeah, you heard your mama tell you. And she stopped right there, and she goes, you two are the worst. Because I say that every day to both of them, to the kids. So maybe it's rubbing off.
Yeah, it's coming back on you, man.
Yeah. She also called me a dipshit. No,
yeah. Yeah, you gotta stop talking so freely.
You fat fuck!
She's gonna call you an ain't shit real soon. It's gonna hurt your feelings.
Oh, that'll cut deep. That'll hurt. That'll be a new level.
You gotta hide that one from her. But yeah, man, I just been sitting in this condo, and then somebody will come pick me up, and then I go dance for the people, and then they bring me back, and
put you back in your box.
It's everything I ever wanted. I just wanted to be a show monkey my whole life. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to be back out doing shows. We're doing 2 shows tonight. I'm pretty sure I would imagine there'll be closer to like 50 people. Actually, the roads look a lot better, so I'm thinking people will come out tonight. So. Yeah, it's so because Russ is like biker guy. There was a bunch of biker dudes at the show last night, which just makes everything real comfortable,
Yeah.
And so, Russ had went into something about he was like, they're not gangs, they're clubs, and like 2 tables just erupted with an applause, and I was like, what is that? And then,
I watched 8 seasons of Son of Anarchy. I can tell you all about it. It's a club. Don't mess with their cut, dude. I'll get you off mic. We'll crack this out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude. They all came up to. I was at the merch table and just making thousands of dollars. And they came up. Really, I'm very glad people seem to like the shirt that I sell. Some college shirt. It's allowed me to travel a lot more. Because of taking that merch money in with the dirt that the clubs will pay you for the weekend. And but it's just the most, I just hate it. It's the most humiliating that you just set up a table at the door so that everybody has to look at you when they walk out. And people are they're just as uncomfortable as you are standing there. Like I always kind of make the joke whenever I pitch my stuff at the end of like, you make eye contact with me when you walk out. But some of them, they literally head straight down.
Probably what
don't want to look at you. Yeah, and you just standing there.
Take my money,
please. Yeah. But yeah, they so like these biker club came up last night and was talking to Russ, and it was just like they're all just like they're just very intense, and they were just talking about who runs different parts of Tulsa and stuff like that, and all these different clubs. And Russ is like going back and forth about all the clubs he knows. And Russ is actually originally from Shreveport,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that was weird. So I didn't really take that. The first night was 11 people, and it was just kind of random. But I didn't even take in the fact that like, oh, the rest of this weekend I might be performing just to a bunch of bikers. Like that might really be what's happening.
When I was in X-ray school, there was a guy that rode a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But he was like 50 something, and he would talk about his motorcycle club and his whatever, and he wore a motorcycle vest. I don't know shit about real motorcycle gangs or anything, but they were asking like, "What's it like to be in like a motorcycle club?" And this dude goes, "You seen Sons of Anarchy? It's just like that.
It's exactly like that."
I'm like, dude, you're sitting in a community college X-ray class at 2:30 on a Friday afternoon. I don't think that you're living the Sons of Anarchy life.
It's exactly like that, dude.
You fucking nerd.
When I leave from getting my education and bettering myself, dude, it's all outlaw shit the rest of the time, bro.
Thug life, bitches. Get my diploma and platinum that shit, and then I'm gonna start murking.
And then I murk. That's when. You gotta invest in your mentals first, and then you start murking.
I hated that dude with all my heart and soul.
I don't like him. I'll tell you that.
Fucking asshole.
Based off of this story, I'm not a fan.
I never shut the fuck up. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nah, yeah, that's a world that I don't know anything about. I don't know any of the like extra features on my Honda Civic, so I can't imagine talking to somebody about bikes and the weight of it. CR and Russ were just having a good old motorcycle talk, and I was sitting over in the corner looking at memes. And just, just like, did you guys see this one? It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah,
that's fucking funny.
No, he's in a bunch of them. He's
I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle. Like I want to ride one, but I know I'll die. It'll be maybe I'll live the first time, probably not the second time. But I don't know anything. I drive a Pilot. I don't know anything about nothing. I look like it though. And I can act like, oh yeah, that beast really growls, huh? Yeah.
Ooh, beast. I gotta use beast whenever I'm acting like I know what's going on the rest of the week.
Feels like that would go.
That hog. People say hog.
Yeah,
right?
You can say hog.
Yeah.
That big old hog throbbing between your legs. No, don't.
I tell you what, you think you driving it, but really it's taking you on an adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Every time that gas can rattled on my nuts, I'd get such a hard on it, I wouldn't even be able to concentrate.
Oh, boy. Just warm and throbbing. You know what I'm saying? You know.
You guys know about boners, right? Let's talk. Hey, you want to talk about some hard dicks or what?
Yo, let's talk about motorcycle boners. All right, people? They're clubs, not gangs, right? All right.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
I've been filming my sets. I'm making a better. Well, that was my plan a year ago. Was to start filming when I bought this camera.
Happened?
Was to start filming sets. And,
yeah, what happened?
Yeah, it's something I don't know. For some reason, I just haven't been getting the work like I used to. You know, like I used to constantly.
I told you to work clean. I told you to stop working.
Hit me up, and I'm just so filthy. I'm just so filthy and dirty and bad and nasty. And
Chase Pussy Magnet Myers, come on out.
They just don't want the PM Myers.
The pussy mongrel. Chase the pussy mongrel Myers.
They don't want PM Punk, okay? They just don't want. They don't want me to pollute the brains. I know we're on fire this episode. They just don't want me polluting the brains of their city. You know what I'm saying? They just that Tulsa and other places have they have a certain etiquette that they walk around with, and they just can't have me there. But yeah, so I bought this nice ass camera that we filmed the episode that we actually got to do face to face that we filmed on that.
That was a nice camera.
It's good. It's really good. It's very expensive, and I've used it 4 times. So just really getting my money's worth. So I filmed. I'm doing this thing where I'm kind of doing like kind of vlog type videos where I'm taking a little part of my sets and kind of breaking it down right before and just trying to do like these little 2-3 minute videos. And so I did one the first night. Video camera. I just don't know things, bro. I just don't know how. I just don't know how I've managed to make it 32 years. I've just been lucky my whole life. People just take care of me. They bring me chili when I'm stuck at the airports and stuff. And so there's like a setting on there where you can make it where it's not all dark and dramatic and shit. And it's just like literally one button. It's just one button. And I totally missed it. And so I did this whole set where it looks like I'm in the dark performing.
I thought it was around a campfire or something.
That's what it looked like. I mean, it was. I mean, it hid that there was only 11 people in the audience. So last night I was like, okay, I learned the setting because I went home and did the little my little testimonial or whatever about the show, and so I was like, tonight I'm ready, and so I lined it all up perfect, and I forgot the fucking memory card for the computer, and so I was like, I mean for the camera, so I was like, God damn
Oh,
it. And so I had my Zoom that I use as a mixer for the show, and it had a memory card in it. Yeah, like that one. It had a memory card in it, so I was like, oh, I'll just use this one. Put it in. It says like it's got like 32 minutes that it can record. I was like, perfect, hell yeah. I press record. I walk up on stage. When I come back, it's dead.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
dead.
Yeah.
I click on it to see, well, how much did it get? And I guess because I was recording in 4K, it took up more memory on that smaller memory card. So it didn't even get there. It literally got CR introducing me, doing his whole, there's comment cards at this club, which I hate comment cards so much. None of you should comment on what I do, okay? Not one of you. Not one of you understands what it takes to do this. Not one of you have ever tried to write a joke. Not one of you have ever tried to perform a joke.
Matters.
Okay? There's no reason for you to be rating my performance, okay? And so he's doing this whole little pitch where he's like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, there's comment cards on your table. It helps us, if you enjoy us, just let us know you enjoy us. My name is C.R. Parsons. If you enjoyed the show, if you didn't enjoy the show, my name's Dane Cook. And then everybody laughs, and then he goes, look, he doesn't need the work I do, okay? Haha. So that's his joke. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Chase Myers. I'm like, give it up for CR. The camera cuts out. So I got a good CR bit in there. Good little
Boom.
So I didn't do it today. I've been a sleepy bastard all day. I had a beer last night, so I got all tuckered out, and but
all
tonight,
out. Look at him, he's all tuckered out.
He just played himself right to sleep. Look at him. And so yeah, I'm totally prepared. I got a memory card that's for the camera. It's 64 gigs. I'm gonna record both sets tonight, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna still post a video with CR. I'm gonna just make fun of myself for not understanding cameras, and I guess be like, hey, look how funny CR is about comment cards, and then that'll be a video. But eventually I'm going to put all of those on the Buckets of Duckets YouTube channel. I just the internet's very slow here. It takes forever. Dude, it's like a 3-minute video. It took me at least like 3 hours to upload like a 3-minute video.
Oklahoma, get your shit together.
You
know what I mean? Like, it's an honor to have Buckets of Duckets even recording your shithole state. That's right. I said it.
I've been trying to tell him that. That was when I sent my avails. That's what I said. I was like, I am available in February, and you're fucking lucky, okay? You're fucking lucky I am. You know how many people have been trying to book me for the last year? 2, okay? And they're both in Coos Bay. Shut up. Oh, man. But no, I'm all fired up for comedy. I've been reading Jerry Seinfeld's book. Which is just a ripoff, honestly. I thought it's called
We're taking it down, Steinfeld.
Yeah. It's called Is This Anything? And I thought it was gonna be like a book. It's nothing. It's not. I thought it was gonna be a book about like just him talking about stand up, and I love listening to Jerry talk about stand up. I've actually watched. The reason why it's nothing to me is because I've watched every second of everything he's ever done. I know all the old jokes. I've seen every like clip that you can find on YouTube that he doesn't even know is out there. Whatever. Like I've seen it all. I watched the comedian documentary hundreds of times. I mean, when I first started comedy, that documentary was like the Bible to me. And so I get the book, and the book is like the first 3 or 4 pages is like him talking about starting out in comedy, and it's like exactly what I thought. But then it starts breaking down into decades, and what it is he's kept every joke he's ever written. He's wrote every joke he's ever had on like yellow pad paper or whatever, and like legal pad paper, and he's kept every one of them. He's got like a room full of just every joke he's ever wrote, and so this book is here's all the jokes I wrote in the 70s, and it's just all of his jokes. It's just written out. And like I said, I've seen a lot of his stuff. So I'm like reading it and I go, I know this joke. What the fuck? Like,
Right.
I know this joke. I know this joke. I know this joke. There was only, I read the 70s chapter and it took, I mean, I was probably 30 pages in before I read something I hadn't heard before. And I was just going, you motherfucker.
That's so funny.
Just repackaging shit I already know. And so, but I mean, it's still interesting to see. I thought that about Judd Apatow's book too. I forget what he called his, but Judd Apatow has a story where he was like this comedy nerd, like very early on, like as a 14-year-old, he wanted to be a comedian, right? And so whenever he was 14, 15, 16 or something, he convinced one of the local radio stations that he was like an intern at or something. He got some kind of job. He convinced them to like, hey, let me interview all these great comedians that come through the comedy club and stuff. And so he's got all these like amazing interview tapes of him at like 15 years old talking to Jay Leno and talking like I'm talking like 82, 83, 84. He's talking to, there's a Seinfeld part. There's like Gary Shandling. There's all
I remember
these...
the Gary Shandling was a big thing. He did a book off of it or something, right?
Well, yeah. So there's also, so Gary Shandling, well, here, let me say the thing about the book and I'll talk Gary Shandling. So, but the book is just the transcribed interview. It's just all the interview. It's just, so here's the Leno, here's the whatever. And, which is, I mean, good on him. But I was like, I bet he didn't have a single thing to do with this book. I bet he gave some intern, hey, here's all my interviews. Transcribe it. Let me know when it's done. I'll make $1 bazillion. Like it's.
Yep.
I mean, it was a good book. It's hella interesting, but that's all it is. It's just transcribed old interviews that are in there. But so Gary Shandling. So Shandling was a big part of Judd Apatow's life because, well, first off, they knew each other from just that little interview.
Right.
But he, on the Larry Sanders Show, Judd Apatow was a writer on that show. And Gary gave Judd, he let him direct an episode of that show, and it was the first thing Judd had ever directed. And and Judd kind of went to like the school of Gary Shandling of how to how to like really like bring emotion out and all that. That's why all Judd's comedies are 2.5 hours long, and there's like an hour that's like sad as fuck. It's because of like, that's how Gary Shandling like wrote. Like he was really into emotion.
Gary Shandling, you might recognize as Senator Sanders from Iron Man 2. I think that's probably
his most famous role for sure. It's a captivating 3 minutes of stage of screen time.
It's funny that you say that about the Seinfeld books, though, because I have, when WCW closed down and was bought out, there is The Death of WCW. There's a book called Nitro. There's How Wrestling, and I buy every fucking one of them. I will buy it in book form and read it. I'll buy an audio book because maybe it's different, this version, and I'll listen to them every time. And I still get upset when I'm going, this is the exact same fucking thing. Like, they didn't say it was different. Nobody said it was a different thing.
I guess I'll spend hours reading it still. Jesus. I mean, I'm still going to listen and read to every part.
I'm not going to not listen to it.
I'm going to be mad about it.
But I'm not going to enjoy it.
Steve Martin wrote a book about his stand-up. It's one of my favorite stand-up books. And I've had people tell me the way you actually want to hear that one is through the audiobook because Steve Martin reads it.
That's awesome.
And at certain points, he's like literally, in certain parts, he's talking about his bits and he's actually doing some of the bits in the book. And so like when you listen to the audio book, you're actually hearing Steve Martin do one of his old bits, which has to be crazy. Cool. So,
did you ever, you love Steve Martin. I love Steve Martin. Did you watch the Steve Martin and Martin Short thing on Netflix?
I didn't. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
It's funny. You could tell they didn't write the jokes. But there's a part at the end where they literally do other people's bits. They're like, a friend of ours, Chris Rock, says, and it'll show a picture of Chris Rock, and then they tell a Chris Rock joke. Or they'll show a picture of Mitch Hedberg, and it feels so weird for somebody.
Are they like punching it up, or is there like an angle to it or anything? It's just,
Nope. You think there's going to be, and then there isn't. But
Oh shit! I didn't know you could do that. There's a projector at
Right?
Tulsa. I'm gonna fucking.
It's weird. It's weird to see. Steve
I'm gonna read
Martin do
Seinfeld's
that.
book on stage tonight.
But it's interesting that I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting and disappointing, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll definitely look at it. It's the thing with Steve Martin.
I have the Steve Martin book. You gave it to me. I don't know if you remember that. You bought it for me and gave it to me as a gift one time. Yeah. So I actually want to read it. I've always been curious about why he walked away and he never came back.
It's pretty good. So his thing, I actually, there's like two. I would say there's like two of the, or at least there's two that come to my mind that are kind of in that same category, which is like Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin, who were like at the peak of stand up that you can, and then they just stopped, right?
Right.
And it seems like there's more of a people wanting Eddie Murphy to come back than Martin, and I really think it's just because Eddie Murphy was doing his act was more comparable to even what you see comedy now. Like it was still,
Right.
it's still, but Steve Martin was so like, I think he was very much, he's a great stand up, but he's very much of his time because it's props and it's songs and it's all this like kind of, he's playing the banjo and shit like that. Like it's not a big arrow through his head.
Yeah, I remember
that stuff. Like it's not, if he would have came back and started doing comedy in 2005, even then it'd been like, yeah, this is dated. Like this is not,
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So like, in some ways, I kind of think he played it very smart of like starting to see like, hey, I could, I'm a funny actor. I'll just start acting. And I think, when you read the book, you'll see it seems like a big thing to him was he didn't want to go from arenas to theaters to clubs. It seemed like he just wanted to stay. Like once it was, yeah. There's a part in the book where he mentions like once he started to see empty seats in the arenas that he started to like, oh, okay, like maybe this is.
That's funny.
Yeah, but no, it definitely seems like he just didn't want to. He didn't want to do a version of Steve Martin that wasn't performing, at Superdome.
I get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't do
the
stand-up.
second that I perform in Madison Square Garden, that's my last show. That would be the last. That would be the last you ever see of Chase Myers.
The PM Punk is out.
PM Punk's out of here, baby.
Oh fuck, that's good.
Yeah, man.
I got a brisket cooking in the crock pot. I should probably go check on.
Cool.
Tell the shitheads goodbye.
Yeah, I got 2 shows. I need to take a shower. So, shitheads, thanks for coming out.
Trying to one up me. I got a corned beef brisket.
Your brisket is very. I can't look. You can do 2 shows. I can't make a brisket, so you win. Okay, like clearly there's.
All right, I like that.
All right, so listen up, shitheads.
My ego is satiated. Well done. All right, shitheads, thanks for listening. Tell one of your dumbass friends.
We'll see y'all next week, Buckets and Duckets. Bye.